First of all, I would like to welcome each one of you to the Student Showcase for EC and SC program. In this program, student gets exposure to various vocational and life skill, whereby it helps them to, kind of build their 21st century skills. Now, today they are going to present their works, their learnings, their reflection from whatever they have learned in their EC-CPP projects and SC module. So that is something that you can look forward to. One thought that I had, that because this is the day, we and all our collective efforts are going to show, and this is the final day. It is quite obvious and possible that we feel various emotions. Some of us can be nervous, some of us curious, some of us excited, some of us anxious, and it is totally okay to feel so. So before we kind of go ahead with the showcase, we actually would request each one of us to kind of do a quick check-in with yourself as to how do you feel. You may use the chat box to share it with us. It's okay if you do not write the reason. You do not need to justify, and it's okay to feel all the emotions that you do. So in case if you're happy, you're excited, put it down. But at the same moment, if you're nervous and anxious, feel free. So yes. I'm looking forward to some responses in the chat. How are you all feeling? Happy? Okay, Dhyana Ram. It's okay, Vansh. It's okay if you're doing it in a tab. I'm sure that you're going to do a great job. Okay. Super excited. Sheena ma'am is super excited. Muskan is nervous and anxious. Yes, Muskan, I also feel a little nervous right now. Excited, nervous. We have some mix here, nervous, excited, and curious. Yes, happy and super excited. Slightly tired, but very excited. I think cases with some of us, but no worries. I think it's all worth it at the end. Yes, so with all of that in mind, let's make sure that we enjoy the entire process and entire showcase. For that, I would actually want to share a couple of affirmations with all of us so that we know, what we have to do. So the first thing is, we are going to enjoy and have fun in the process, right? So if anything that happens, we are here to kind of see what our students have learned, to see the learning journey, all of those. So if anything happens in terms of technical glitch or any other hiccup, it's part of the process. So in case if the student freezes at the moment he had to speak, it's okay. The moment he returns, he's going to get the turn. So don't bother yourself with all of those. The second point is, considering that we all are on this platform of Zoom, let's make sure that we keep this space a respectful one and devote our entire attention, affection, love for next 45 minutes to our children, right? And the next thing, and last but the important one, is we all believe in our students, right? And we know they're going to do a great job. So make sure that you enjoy the entire showcase, you have a good time, and we have fun together. With that in mind, I'm also going to share the same thing in the chat as well, just in case if we feel the need to refer it during the showcase, as I know a couple of us do feel nervous. So in case if we just want to remind ourselves that it's totally okay to feel what we feel, we have it right here. So now, because the students are presenting various presentation of various projects, that is visual arts plus self-enrichment, you have performing arts plus self-enrichment, and you have home economics plus self-enrichment. There are different breakout rooms that are going to be opened. Now, the next question is going to be, then ma'am, in which room am I going to go, right? So for that, I'm going to quickly share my screen and I'll keep it open for a while. You all can check where you have to go. and even the parents where you wish to go on priority basis. uh, I'll keep this open for a while, for a minute or so. Even we have Garv from class 9 who is here to help all of us. So he will be there in the main room if anyone comes or joins after we all have moved to the breakout room.
Yes, ma'am. So do I join
May I know who that is?
the
Who is
room?
that? Because
Shayan.
ha
Shayan.
Shayan, ha Shayan.
Ma'am.
Yes.
Do
So
I
in
join the
yes. In case if you all know the breakout rooms, feel free to join. We will be keeping this slide open for a minute. So I would suggest let's go after the minute so that everyone will move together. Let's wait for a minute. No harm, right? I hope you're able to see the names properly and we know where to go, especially the students. Okay. I think the slide is where there with the student volunteer as well. It is there with Garv also. So I'll just stop the screen share right now.
Yeah, ma'am, you can go ahead.
Yes. And Garv is there in the main room in case if anyone needs support, right?
Ma'am, can you put me in the breakout room? Actually, I can't go in it.
Oh,
I
is
am
it?
in,
Muskan is in PA, I believe, right, Muskan?
huh?
You are in PA,
I'm
right?
in drama.
Huh,
Yeah.
wait. Performing arts. Why can't I see?
Performing arts and self-enrichment.
Yes. Yes, Muskan, I've assigned, okay? Anyone else who has the same trouble? Okay. Then we are going to move to the breakout room, Garv. Okay, you may stay here and help if need be. Do call me in case if you feel that you require my help.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, thank you. Dhyanaram has to go to performing arts. Yes. Hello,
All
everyone.
right.
We're all set, Zeel ma'am?
Yes, we are.
So let's quickly welcome the parents again to the performing arts room. So as you all know that at Redbricks, we believe in holistic development of the students. So this program helps them to develop the vocational as well as the life skill, which helps them further in their life. With this in mind, we have had 3 projects. One is visual arts, the second is performing arts, and the third is home economics. We also had 8 weeks self-enrichment module, which the students did. So now we have class 6A students performing the PA presentation first. So we have Muskan, Grishma, and Zeel who are going to share their presentation first, right? Where is Muskan? Yes, Muskan, Zeel, and Grishma. Grishma was here. Is Grishma here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you may begin with your presentation. All yours. Do you want to share the presentation? Yes. Okay. Feel free.
Everything okay? Grishma,
Yes.
Zeal?
I think we are getting impatient to see the entire performance, is what it seems.
Yeah.
We are doing drama enactment to communicate. 6A. I am Jeel Makwana and I will be doing it with my friends Krishma Patel and Muskan Khatri. Journey chart. In our first drama session, we learned how to express different emotions and do different voice modulations. Then we learned how to add music to scenes to make them more realistic. Then ma'am gave us a few scenes which we acted out, and then we participated in the project showcase.
First, we learned various elements of drama and the techniques. We were introduced to voice modulation, expressions, and emotions with body language through various activities and role play. We started understanding contrary emotions. We learned how our body language and facial expressions talk about the feelings we want to portray.
Skills learned. Voice modulation, performing, adding music, teamwork, body language. This slide will present what we have done in our async task of drama. What did I learn from this project? I learned how to express my thoughts, emotions with facial expressions and how to make different faces according to the situations. We learned the importance of eye contact and body language, how to use tone and pitch for voice.
What did I learn from this project? I learned how to express myself using facial expressions better and how adding the right music at the right time makes the scene more practical.
What did I learn from this project? I learned how to act and how to use my facial expressions and my body together. I also learned voice modulation. Where and how will I use this project? I could use the learnings of drama while acting on stage. I would also use them in other activities like playing outdoor games and also online games.
Where and how will I use the learnings of this project? I will use what I learned in this project to express different expressions if I need to perform or act.
Where and how will I use the learnings of this project? I will use the learnings of drama project in expressing my views to improve my communication skills and then convincing my opinions. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now we will present a play. Once upon a time, in a small village, there was a small house where two girls named Lisa and Leah lived. One day, they went into the woods together to gather some wood for a fire to keep them warm.
Oh my God, Leah, no!
What?
There is a house entirely made out of candy.
Oh my God, I can't believe my eyes.
Well, we don't have any plans for dinner, so I guess it would be okay if we took a bite, right?
I guess it would be okay.
This candy is so delicious, right, Leah?
Yep, it is.
Hello, my name is Hecate. This is my house.
Oh my God, we're so sorry. We didn't mean to eat it.
It's all right. Would you children like to stop for some tea? I'm rather old.
Sure, why not?
No, we're fine. We must get going.
Please, I insist.
We must get going. We have to find a way back home.
But I guess we can stop. I guess we can stop and take a break, right?
We can't trust a stranger right away, Lisa.
Come on, Leah. You worry about everything. Plus, she seems kind.
I guess it would be okay for some time, but don't say I didn't warn you.
Come on in, girls.
Oh my god, your house is amazing.
Why, thank you.
Don't you love this house, Lisa? Lisa? Lisa!
Lisa will make for a wonderful feast. As for you, start scrubbing.
Leah, help me.
Oh my god, who are you?
I am Hecate, a witch.
I knew we shouldn't have trusted you.
Well, you did.
Free my sister at once.
I will if you start cleaning my house.
And if I don't?
Consider your sister my food.
Alright.
Reluctantly, Leah did what the witch told her to. Days went by with Lisa trapped in a cage while Leah did the household work. One day, the witch went out. I'm going out. You, girl, what's your name?
Leah.
Whatever, I don't care, but make sure the dishes are done by the time I'm back and don't you dare talk to my food.
She is not your
I am
food.
not your food.
Well, that's for me to know and for you to find out. Saying that, the witch headed out and the girl seized the opportunity and started looking for ways to save Lisa.
Lisa, start pulling the cage from the left and I'll pull from the right.
Yes, I'm free. Let's get out of here.
Not so fast.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Leah, I told you to do the dishes.
What are you doing? Ugly. With dishes.
Oh my God, that hurt my feelings. I don't care. Well, you may have escaped that cage, but you're not gonna escape this house.
Oh, yes, we are.
I don't think so. You, girl, get in the spoon.
Never.
Get in the spoon or consider Leah dead. That's what I thought. Now sit properly.
Like this?
No.
How am I supposed to sit?
Do I really have to show you? What are you, a kindergartner?
No, but I just don't know how to sit in a spoon.
Oh, you have to sit like this.
Come on, Leah. Lift.
Yes, we did it. Let's get out of here.
Leah and Lisa never trusted a stranger again. The end.
Great work. Good job. Good job. All the three of you. Wonderfully done. Now we have the other presentation from the students of class 6A performing arts who are going to show us how the world would be without words. So over to you, Aurav, Samarth, Shayan and Dhyanaram.
Yes, ma'am. Shayan started sharing.
Yes, ma'am. So this is the world without words or drama. So, ma'am, this in this, ma'am, we have done all of the things We have written all of the things we have done, the journey chart, skills we have learned, brief description of this project, and a few questions we have answered. So these are our sessions. These are the journey chart. This is the journey chart. Actually, there are 6 sessions, but the 5th and 6th session we did in doing this project. So, yes, Dhyanaram.
We started with being introduced to some elements of drama like voice modulation and expressions. Then we learned all about pitch and tone. We also learned about different moods for expressing emotions. We emotion for expressing emotions were introduced. Then we learned how to use our body language to get into the character, how our face talks, and we are excited to do this project for the culmination.
Your face is still visible.
The brief description of the project. We have learned the main components of drama like eye contact, body language, voice modulation, facial expressions, emotions, and the other things. So, ma'am, in this we have done.
Yes, ma'am. Sharon started sharing.
Yes, ma'am. So this is the world without words or drama. So, ma'am, this in this, ma'am, we have done all of the things. We have written all of the things we have done, the journey chart, skills we have learned, brief description of this project, and a few questions we have answered. So these are our sessions. These are the journey chart. This is the journey chart. Actually, there are 6 sessions, but the 5th and 6th session we did in doing this project. So, yes, Dhyanaram.
We started with being introduced to some elements of drama like voice modulation and expressions. Then we learned all about pitch and tone. We also learned about different moods for expressing emotions. We emotion for expressing emotions were introduced. Then we learned how to use our body language to get into the character, how our face talks, and we are excited to do this project for the culmination.
Your face is still visible.
The brief description of the project. We have learned the main components of drama like eye contact, body language, voice modulation, facial expressions, emotions, and the other things. So, ma'am, in this we have done like face warm up because our face is not ready to do all of these things, all of the expressions intentionally. So we learned a few face stretching techniques. We should do them before any doing any face expression intentionally. And ma'am also taught us how to use our full body to express our emotions, not just our face. Skills learned.
Skills learned. Voice modulations. With voice modulations, we can act like another person as we change our pitch and tone. Facial expressions. With facial expressions, we can support the emotions we are trying to portray. Example, when we are happy, we can make our face into a smile. So it helps the emotion and gives more detail in them. Emotions. With contrary emotions, we can change the whole scene. We can use different emotions to change conversations or change the mood of the scene. For example, if I am portraying happy through though I'm angry, my expressions will convey through my through.
So these are the evidences of our skills learned. So mine is about voice modulation and facial expressions. So do I show it? I'll show it if you want. Yes, okay. Yes, it is loading. Can you see it?
It's still loading.
Yeah, now it's done. Now it's.
Yeah. Yes.
This is me. Mommy, mommy, mama, lion, lion. I know this was bad, but I tried my best. Now this is Samarth's evidence. So this is confused, happy, mad, and he also put a video. So he basically did facial expressions. It started again. Yes, this is Dhyanaram's evidence. So he's showing, he's put images of happy, sad, angry. What did I learn from this project? This is from Aurav.
So, what I learned is how to act properly with facial expression and how to match background music with acting. Performing arts made acting more fun.
So this is of Samarth and the same question.
What did I learn from this project? I learned how to make weird faces, to use different tones of voice. I also learned to make
Okay. This is Dhyanaram's. What did I learn from this project?
I learned how to stretch my face. I learned how to use voice modulation, facial expressions, and emotions in a scene. I learned how to change my tone.
And this is mine. So what did I learn from this project? I learned voice modulation and facial expressions mainly. We learned how to do the face warm up, as I told you in the journey chart. Skills learned, sorry. Yeah. Now, when and how will I use the learnings of this project? So this is a very rare scene, but I just wanted to write, so I wrote it. If I am alone in a video or audio conference and a kidnapper comes while my mic is not working, I can use my skills I've learned. I do also use it. I do also use it in general use. So if I'm talking to someone, I won't use it. I won't use a straight face. I'll talk with a few expressions, which makes my words express Samarth.
where and how will I use the learnings of this project? I can use these things when I talk to someone or when I act out something.
Where and how will I use these learnings of this project? I can use voice modulation, expressions, emotions to express more while talking to friends and family.
Thank you.
Wonderful
Now,
presentations. Okay, I'm sorry. You're still going
yes.
on.
Now we'll do we'll do mimes, different mimes.
We all are doing
So,
separate mimes.
yes, ma'am. Because this is a world without words and it's online, so we cannot do everything together. Okay, I'll start. So I'm like acting. Wait. Let me take out my headset. So I'm acting as a person who works in the office. Yes, that's it.
Gaurav, you're next.
Yes, so now I'll act as I am going in a cage and I didn't see it properly that there was a lion inside. So, yes. So, ma'am, this was it.
Samarth, start.
I'm going to be doing like I'm going on the monkey bars. That's it.
So, ma'am, we have completed all our plays.
Yes.
I'm left.
Yes, Dhyanaram is left.
I'm doing a mine.
Dhyanaram, we can't see you.
That's all.
Okay, Dhyanaram. Wonderful performances, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, it was excellent. Parents, please feel free to give feedback and encourage students in the chat box. And they have worked really hard uh, for the performances and for the slides that they've made. Very good. All right, so I will ask one question and any one of you can respond to that, but let's keep it to one or two responses for now. Okay, so can anyone share one highlight of their drama class where they felt very proud of, maybe a homework or a session? Okay, Shayan. Yes.
Ma'am, the was our second or our first or our second drama class, ma'am, we got a homework. Ma'am, I did like okay job in that homework, but ma'am, it was very interesting and fun. because it was about our facial expressions. In that, like, there was a person and then good, okay, and then the facial expressions and our entire, they used to use their entire body to show the expressions. So it was fun.
All right. I'm glad to hear it. Very well done. Okay, we do have one presentation left, which Vansh will be doing. So Vansh, do you want to start now? Vansh will be doing a presentation from SE. Vansh, are you there?
I can see Vansh in the meeting. Vansh, you're mute in case you're
He's
talking.
Can you hear me?
I think he has a
Yes,
Okay, sure.
Vansh.
I think we can.
Yeah. So, ma'am, I would like, ma'am, the experience was, ma'am, it was a first session, so we learned about the voice model and everything. So, ma'am gave us an assignment. We had to use voice modulation and prepare a short sketch. So, ma'am, it was fun to do.
Great, Vansh. Great feedback. Can we do the SE presentation now?
Vansh, do you want to share your screen for the next presentation?
Okay, I'm so sorry.
Oh, you said I could not hear you properly.
No, Vansh, it's not you. It's my bad. Datvi,
No
we
problem.
have Datvi here. I'm so sorry. Okay. Datvi, are you there?
Ma'am,
Yes,
Yes.
I can share the screen.
If Datvi can, then it's fine. If she can't, maybe you can. Datvi, can you hear us?
yes, ma'am, but I have not the file.
Okay,
Ma'am,
so in that case, whoever has the file can share.
Ma'am, so can I share the screen?
Yes, definitely. Go ahead.
Yes. Ma'am, you can see the screen.
Yes.
Yes.
So, ma'am, so it is our journey. So that you can start.
Journey. We have learned about primary colors: blue, yellow, red, and secondary color. Green, orange, and violet. Warm and cool colors: shade of red, orange, yellow. Cool colors include shade of blue, purple, and orange. We have learned about monochromatic schemes, and we also paint of one color. We did color wheel of primary color and secondary color. We learned about contrast painting.
Just a second. I think they have started the visual arts presentation. Yeah.
Yes,
So,
I think they have to
Yeah,
join
ma'am, it's the
breakout
visual arts
room
presentation.
one.
no, they have already done the presentation.
Okay.
Adbut, please stop sharing the screen.
All right. Who all are presenting for SC? Can I have show of hands? students?
Ma'am, Vansh.
Yes. So Vansh, can you start?
Yeah, ma'am, no problem. Ma'am, it's showing on my screen
Can you
that
please stop sharing?
stop the sharing.
We have did this once we have presented this. It's done.
Arey, Jatra hai.
Children, it's
Adbhut.
fine. Adbhut, can you stop presenting? I think if someone else starts presenting, Adbhut will automatically have to stop. So Vansh,
No, ma'am. Ma'am, when
yeah.
now I can see. Ma'am, Adbhut is still sharing. I can't.
It's okay, Vansh, you will be able to. Can you try?
Ma'am, I am trying. Now I can.
Yeah. Great.
Yeah, so ma'am, this is my 8 week. Ma'am, can you see the screen?
Yes, we can.
We would request all the parents to kindly mute yourself. Thank you.
Yeah, so my 8 week program. So, yeah. Ma'am, can you see the next slide?
No, ma'am.
So ma'am, this is my competency emotional management. In self-enrichment, I was in the group emotional management. So how did this program help me? It helped me feel calm, learning to balance my emotions, and making relations stronger and better. This is my journey. Investigation from the first session. Investigating my emotional triggers, my strategies were to listen to music when I went to the high zone, learning how to jump back in the zone of resilience, and continuing the journey of managing emotions. How did this skill help me in real life? Staying calm with different people in my life to make my relations stronger, controlling my emotions, knowing strategies to jump back in the resilience zone. For example, listening to music, taking a bath, or crying it out. How can I build these skills? By understanding the emotional cycle and running mind. Expressing my emotions by using the strategies that work for me. Thank you.
Good job, Vansh. Great. All right. Do we have anyone from SE who is going to present now? No?
No, I think these were our presentations for
Yeah,
today.
I think they are. All right. So towards the end, I would like to thank everyone, all the parents for joining in and cheering for your children. It was great to see you all.